inside the paint and for those easy buckets. Louisville is pace and pressure. They're going to pressure for much of this game, picking up in full court.
Kentucky with the opening possession. Last year this game went to overtime. A win in OT for the Wildcats.
In order to win this game today.
Morgan. And now Key. Trying to step around the defender, and she lays it in. So glad that you're with us on the CW. Strack gets a kind rim roll. Defended. Strack has 5 double-doubles and 21 for her career. Could not convert on that jumper. Around the edge, driving to the basket.
That time able to turn the corner and get to the rim.
Tajienna Roberts and Ziegler tied for the team lead, 14 points per game.
Pass first point guard, but great to see her get a shot in early.
Tony Morgan, who spent 3 years in the Georgia Tech program of the ACC.
Just her coming in for the great Georgia Amore, and he said we're not going to compare the two. She does her own things, and she does them well.
Key, second chance. She regathers and scores inside.
Goes up strong against her defender.
Louisville has won the last 4 matchups at home against the visiting Wildcats, and that's a jumper. Kentucky had a huge win on Tuesday at home against Purdue, 76-35, knocked away Ziegler. A 41-point win for the Wildcats. Roberts steps into the 3-ball and knocks it down. Rattling home for the Cards. And it's a 1-point game.
Showing a little bit of their 3-point production as well.
It is an 8-0 run for the Cardinals. It could be more. Roberts, an alley to the rim, and she lays it in. For Louisville, here's the steal from Roberts.
Yeah, great job anticipating the pass. Gets up in the passing lane all the way to the rim. They talked about to get the ball where they want it to go.
Strack. A lot of dribbling and a double team. And then out of that corner for an easy layup for Obi.
Storied traditions. As we were singing the national anthem, looking up at those banners that these women have hung, it's pretty impressive. Having to play number 1.
And they played that game in Annapolis, Maryland. Miss from Strack on the turnaround. Fight on the glass, and it's won by Obi.
Louisville must find a body. Something else they talked about in shoot-around this morning.
Ziegler picked up the loose ball. Roberts, mid-range. How about the reaction from Roberts? It's unfolding in front of us in the closing seconds of the first quarter. Strack regathered into the paint. Got it to fall.
Does a great job beating her on the block. Turns, has the quickness advantage to get to the rim around.
Scott out of the corner. Oh, Key with the rejection, and she grabbed it. Handles from Key, cross it over, lay it in.
All right, that goes on the highlight reel. Are you kidding me? Huge block on the one side, and then how about the answer?
5th time this season that Roberts, with the basketball, has made it to double digits in scoring, and when it's your day. 2nd year at Kentucky for the senior from Cary, North Carolina, number 7 in blue. Roberts, quick release.
And that'll change. Coming into this game, they average 10 threes a game. They are great outside scorers.
Ziegler wants a 3, and she rattles it in.
What an environment, though. This KFC Young
Incredible.
Center.
Morgan, hesitation, one-handed layup, gravity grabs it. Key may have deflected that shot from Jones. So now a chance for Kentucky. Into the paint, Morgan. She's got it. Shot clock's down to 5. Pass deflected. Key, potential 2-on-1. Strack joins the fray. Steps around the defender.
A big part of their success last year as a freshman, and has a whole year now of getting better and under this great Jeff Walls system.
Morgan got her own miss. She is the first Wildcats player to get to double digits in scoring with 10. The backdoor pass fumbled. Picked up. Tied at 29.
Looks like practice.
Strack puts it on the floor. Into the corner for three. Obi picked up the dribble, and now Blue. We've had 13 lead changes in the first half. Morgan, she had a clear path to the rim and missed. 6% in the first half. Louisville at 48%. High level. Women's basketball. Strack on the block. Finds the open player in Obi. Pass is deflected. Berry tapped it. Scott. Finally open player underneath. Shot clock inside of 10. Game clock at 25 seconds. Morgan. Slow mesh dribble. Steps around the defender. Might have grazed the front rim. Saved it to King. Before the end of the shot clock.
But they only allowed Purdue 35 points, held them to 20% field goal shooting. I mean, they annihilated them with many threes from outside. So great start to this half.
She's made 18 threes on the season. That leads the team, and it's key.
I can assure you that Coach Walls was talking about that at halftime. They've given up 11 second chance points. Great backdoor play.
Ziegler into double digits with 10 points. Double figures for the 5th time this season. Easy basket key at the other end. The intense pace of this game continues into the third quarter with Key backing it down for the Wildcats. So in 2023, his Virginia Tech team won the ACC tournament. They beat Louisville in the championship game, 75-67. Berry pulls it up and hits it.
Effective for Louisville.
First points for Berry, the sophomore from Clarksville, Tennessee. Coming off a 13-point performance against Morehead State. Morgan, a little bit of daylight and a flick to Hassett. Came right to Blue, gave it off to Strack. Unselfish play by Blue.
Rather, 2 offensive boards.
The 9-point lead, the largest of the afternoon for the visiting Wildcats. Berry had it knocked away by Strack. Hassett fired away. Leads the team in made threes. Has the basketball. Obi around the outside. Reversing field. A lot of work by Obi for 2.
And Louisville seems to be a little more disruptive, like they were in that first half. Going after the ball and a big-time block by Hassett. And they've not been able to capitalize on the fact that Strack and Key are out of the game. Tony Morgan just continues.
And that's now 12 shots in a row missed by Louisville. Morgan, fancy pass, Obi's open. Roberts. Ziegler from the free throw line and got a nice soft. Now in Kentucky Blue, she missed that shot. She's behind the play and wincing. Ziegler steps into the 3.
They want to cut into this lead.
This is a program that made the second round of the NCAA tournament a season ago against TCU. They lost. They tied. They've got 2.
And great patience here by Roberts off of the screen. Look at that. Jumps into the air.
Randolph against the double team. Has to kick it out. This is Ziegler. Got the bounce for the Cards.
Well done, Irish.
Let's see if this one comes down to the wire. All of a sudden, it's a 9-point game. Kentucky led by as many as 18 in the third quarter, and that's Morgan with the flex on the drive. Inside of 6 minutes to go in the fourth. To the elbow. It's a net for Morgan.
She's like the pressure release, right? Because there's so many defenders are on those posts inside, and the miss by Louisville, but the offensive rebound, man, did they need that. They have been poised. They're making good decisions against a very difficult defensive team in Kentucky.
Roberts stepping back for the 3. Key, little follow away. Closing in on 3.5 minutes to go in regulation, and the shot clock is at 6. Morgan. Scott into traffic, lays it up and in. They won their first 6 games of the year easily. Shot clock is again deep. 5, Hassett. Ziegler comes in for the board. Up ahead, Scott. She's ahead of all the Kentucky defenders, and she lays it in.
And I think she answered everyone's questions. 16 points, 18 boards against number 1 in the country.
She also made 4 3-pointers. Ziegler looking for assistance. We're inside of 2 minutes to go. Scott. Oh, Key the block. Number 7. Ziegler. Unfortunately for Louisville, that might sum up the afternoon right there.
Yeah, but a rare error.
And that first SEC game is January 1st against number 5 LSU for Kentucky. Strack!
That was so pretty.
17 points for Strack. Morgan leading the way with 19. Basket and foul other end. Istanbulluoglu. Final seconds tick away, and the Wildcats win the Battle of the Blues